Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Solilocast. A soliloquy is a self-imposed dialogue in which the performer ignores the audience. In this case, it is as he's speaking solely to himself. So, fuck off. Damn. I don't know if I like this one better. The other one, I didn't like that one. It was like, it's a little bit mixed. We're still gonna have to look. Welcome to this pre-Solilocast number 5, the last one of its kind before the real thing starts. Yesterday it was before yesterday. I didn't do one. I did the last one that I did. That was a good day. And I listened to it and I thought it was boring. It wasn't boring while I was recording it, but it wasn't as funny as me just fucking ranting and raving. And I don't know. Do I want to be like, this is the whole thing of the cast, is to not try anything, to not be anything. Like, whatever it is, that's what it's gonna be. That's just the way it is. So yesterday I felt like, not yesterday, I keep saying yesterday, the last cast rhymes, bars in this bitch. Anyway, the last cast was, it felt like I was in a good mood, like I had a good day. And then I don't know, I can't explain it. It was not like I was faking, but I was trying. I wanted to make it good. I even said I was a bit nervous and stuff like that, and all of that. While when I didn't have a good day, I give a fuck. I just come in here and just fucking rant, call people ugly and shit, whatever. But yeah, so I'm kind of hesitant. Like, on one hand, I don't want it to just be like a sad me type of podcast, but I also don't want to be like, I don't want it to be like that. But then on the other hand, if that's how it came out, then that's how it came out, and that's how it's gonna be, right? So we'll see. So what are we doing today? Absolutely nothing. I'm just rolling one. This is gonna be a real quick, real short bite. Nom. Let's see what comes to mind. I've been thinking about MMA recently. Let's talk a little bit about MMA. First question: who's your favorite MMA fighter? Oh yeah, that one's good too. I'm sorry. I don't even know. I like talking in my own head. Like, this is a serious question though. Like, if anybody here is to like comment in the comment who's your favorite fighter. So I've been watching shorts on YouTube, and you know the algorithm will put up some whatever you're watching, of course, and just like that, I feel so boring right now. But at the same time, like, I don't want, like, it's not supposed to be entertaining. Like, that's the point. It's just, it is what it is. So at the moment, I'm trying to be okay with it being boring. So I'm trying to speak slow and steady and just say what comes to mind. And even if it's not as funny, because I just thought it was funny. Like, my last 2 casts, I thought that shit was funny, just because I'm mad, I'm pissed, and I'm just talking shit about everybody. And yeah, that's not the type of thing that I want to do. You just gotta know that some days that's how it's gonna be, and some days it's gonna be a little more quiet, maybe a little more positive, a little bit more on the go and whatnot. So yeah, let's just take it for what it is. Honestly, when it comes to MMA, there's a bunch of great fighters, right? So, but I don't just look at a fighting style, or how many wins did he have, how many KOs and stuff like that. You have to look at it as a whole package, sorta. So, because the characteristic of somebody definitely affects how you fight and your fighting style, and what risk you might take, what risk you might not take, all that stuff. The reason why I talk about this, because I wanted to put 2 people in comparison, which I find very interesting, because there's one fighter, which is John Jones, John's the Bones. I don't know. I don't fucking know. It's John Jones. It's John's Bones Jones. You know who John Jones is, okay? First of all, I don't trust people who has 2 first names. John Jones. If it would be John, that would be even worse. He's kind of like it because he got Jones and stuff like that. So I'm like, I'm having trouble trusting Tim Dillon, because that's 2 first name, bro. Why do you have 2 first name? The fuck? Anyway, John Jones seems like a legit sociopath to me. Have you ever seen this motherfucker talk? Like, look into his eyes. His eyes, even if he's smiling, he has this his coldness, his piercing through your eyes. And when I first heard about him, Like, I'm a person, even if I hear about you, if everybody's talking about you, I'm gonna look at you or check you out like, well, at my time, right? I haven't even listened to the latest J. Cole album because to me that's like an old bottle of whiskey. I gotta put that up, and when I have the time, I might sip one song and then I put it back because I do shit at my own time to my own enjoyment. So I was a little bit late to the to the Bones train, which sounds very sexual, but it's not. But then I watched a lot of his fights. I love the one he had against Alexander Gustafsson. That one was very fucking good. Gustafsson can fucking fight for real, and Jones showed what he had in that fight. I like his fighting style. His fighting style is very creative. It's really, you can't expect everything from him. It's like almost like the Spider, but I wouldn't want to put Silva and Jones in the same conversation like that. That's not what I'm trying to do, because we're talking about personality too. Exactly. His style is just very creative, and that's something that I like. I like that he's not afraid to move a little bit unconventionally, and usually he gets something out of that, right? But his personality, bro, when I first heard about him, I felt like, hey, come on, he just likes to party and stuff like that. That's just, some people like to party. Personally, I don't like to party. I like to party, but I party by myself. That's called masturbation. No, but I don't know. I didn't took it as bad, but the more I kind of get to hear about him and what he did and all of that, like, bro, that dude is wild. What is wrong? Yo, what are you doing? That's not a heavy bag. That's your wife. Okay. So it kind of irked me a bit the wrong way. Not just that it hits his wife and shit like that, but it's like, imagine how would I say it? It's not a scale, or I don't know how to say it, but it's just like a little piece that you add. First it was the partying. I was like, okay, that's the partying piece. It's a little bit, but it's not that. And it's like he got didn't get caught with a gun and cocaine in his car and shit. Like, that was like, okay, bruh, he's kind of wild. I get it. Hey, I would have a gun too if I would be like known like that. You kind of have to. You never know who walks up to you. And John Lennon's your ass. So, but then I saw this one interview where he was. It was not an interview. It was like a pre-fight show. What they do beforehand, like after the weigh-ins and all that. I'm not even sure if it was after the weigh-ins. After the weigh-ins is the fight. What am I talking about? I'm saying, like, when they hype up the fight anyway. And he was talking shit with DC, with Daniel Cormier. I hope I pronounced his name right. And he was saying, like, Cormier was talking about, yeah, I will come here and whoop your ass right now, blah, blah. Look at Jones's eyes. Jones is not hyping up a fight to sell tickets. He told him, and I believe him 100%. He told him, I will fucking kill you. I will fucking kill you. And I was like, yeah, he fucking would. Like, you put DC and him in a dark corner with a knife, Jones is gonna stab. Oh my god, like that. I'm afraid of that nigga, for real. Like, if you look into his eyes, that is pure sociopathy, for real. Like, it creeps me the fuck out. And then you hear what other fighters say about him. A lot of fighters say he's like the dirtiest fighter. Like, whenever you get an advantage, he does something dirty. He sticks his finger in your face, or he clinches you the wrong way, whatever. Can I clench your balls or something? I don't know how you can clinch someone the wrong way, but it's just not that. And then, like, but it hurts me a bit because I like his fighting style so much, and he is good. He is one of the best fighters to have done it. You can't take that away from him. And I'm not gonna make another wife beater joke. That was the last one. And fuck, bro, shit is really fucked. Anyway, so that is one side of the spectrum, let's call it. Let's look at the other side of the spectrum, which it's interesting that there's a little bit of duality in that, because I don't like that fighting style that much because it's very ground heavy. He's a ground master, if you already know probably what I'm talking about. But he's one of the most dominating, best fighters. Not only people underestimate his stand-up a lot and stuff, but when he gets you on the ground, he will smash you. You know what I'm talking about. Habib Nurmagomedov. I'm not that good with his last name, but I try. When you look at his fighting style is not, for me personally, I like more stand-up and shit, like not stand-up comedy, but his personality, let's just say him as a man, who he is as a person, bro, shit, like, You have yet to show me anybody with that sort of. It's not just the humbleness. People say, "Oh, he's a humble guy." Like, it's not just the humbleness. There's some great in that. I don't know. Look how you can literally tell greatness from kind of whatever. Because I could go on hours talking about John Jones, like why I don't like him. What's the thing about, like, I don't like the way his eye twitches sometimes. It's weird. Like, are you still coked up? What's wrong with you? Like, I could go on forever. But with Khabib, it's like, it's mystical. Like, I don't know, man. I really don't know. He has an aura around him. Like, if you listen to testimonies from, not testimony like it's a fucking crime, like, yeah, he was really nice, he took out, okay, never mind. But if you hear other fighters talk about him, they always say how nice of a guy he is, and he even took all his team over and he paid for all their shit and stuff like that. And that is character. That is a good character, I would say. And how did I say it? There was a time where I was watching a lot of Khabib stuff, and his mentality, his attitude started to rub off on me, and like this shit literally cured my depression for a whole week. Like, I'm not exaggerating. It literally, I was feeling good. I was like, I have like a heaviness in my heart, and it's not literally my heart, but it is in my chest. It's like if you have negative emotions, I mean, you know what I'm talking about. It's like this pressure on your chest. And during that time, all I did was I told myself to be humbler than I already like am. Because I'm not humble, I'm just insecure, so I don't brag a lot. But in my mind, I feel like, I should be. And during that time, like, I told myself, like, yo, just, you are who you are, you know? Just keep your head low, keep going, keep moving, you are who you are, whatever. If something comes to you, right? The second thing I was like is to be thankful, to be grateful. And that is something that I've been working on for a long time, because, bruh, life can fuck you up real good. Real good. So it's important to find little stuff and be thankful for that, and even for everything, to just thank God. I don't know how religious any of you are, but Khabib is very adamant about that. Me myself am too, but I haven't combined the humbleness with the thankfulness. And I said to myself, like, everything I have, like, just waking up, that's thanks to God. Whenever I have sometimes, like, when I have my down days and I can't do anything, like, I'm just down and I want to do something, but I don't have the strength to do it, excuse me. But I don't have the strength to do it, it doesn't work. Like, it's not good. But when I have the up days where I'm doing something, I'm being productive, I tend to get more comfortable. Not comfortable, say more confident, because I did that shit. But it's also an extreme. It's not a neutral, and extremes are not stable. Just like when I'm not doing anything and I start telling myself, oh, you a piece of shit, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't even blah 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 blah. That's also an extreme, and extremes are not stable. But when I'm up, then I think, yeah, man, I'm gonna do this all year, blah 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 blah, and then it goes away really fast, because that shit's not stable, as I said. But during that time, wherever I would do something, I would tell myself, like, I'm usually very grateful when I have up days, where I have days where I can actually get something done. But in that time, I was really like all my skills, everything that I have, that's all thanks to God. All praise is due to God. Like, whatever praise you might try to give, not me necessarily, but somebody else, like, that praise should go to God, because not only did He woke you up, but for me, when it comes to me, He literally gave me the strength to do stuff. Some days, when on the days I don't have strength, I feel like shit and I don't do anything. And then on the days that I do have the strength, I'm like, oh, thank God that I have some. I don't have to feel bad about myself. I have to do that. But I tend to overdo it. I tend to, like, get a bit hyper, a bit manic, like, because imagine, it's like I'm trying to catch up. Like, I don't do nothing for a week. When I say I don't do nothing, I mean I don't do nothing. You know, I'm just smoking bed, like work, obviously, but in between that, you know, I just smoke and I go to bed. But when I'm on, you know, I feel like, fuck, I missed all this time. I gotta do this, and then my brain goes on like 5,000 miles an hour, and that's also not stable. That's not sustainable. And then I crash. And during that week, bro, like really helped me out. Like, I was light in my, like I said, I didn't have the heaviness in my heart. That's what I mentioned, the heaviness. like my heart felt light, because even my troubles, even my sorrows, my depression, all that, I didn't give that much, how you say, that much weight, that much value. I just let it be. I just let it be, and like I was grateful for what I have, what I can do. On the days where I couldn't do a lot, I was grateful that at least I could go to work. There were days where I couldn't go to work. There were days I wake up when I had a job, and I wake up and I think about just not going. And there are days where I didn't have a job, I needed a job, but I didn't want to get one. Yeah, it's I don't try to explain to you how it feels like, but what was I? Right. You know, at least I did go to work. At least I do like the little things. And the funny part is, like, once you give credit to the little things, it's easier to start doing the small things and all of that. So yeah, I don't know. It's that's what I'm saying. Character and heart makes the man. Like, I would literally go to battle with Khabib as my commander. Just, I would follow that nigga to the ends of the world. But Jones, bro, I wouldn't follow him into a bathroom, because I know what kind of stuff he does in the bathroom. You know, have a lot of snow parties in the bathroom. Why do arrogant people like cocaine so much? Like, aren't you arrogant enough? It's like, I think I'm the best shit. Let's double that. No, I don't know. Whatever. Drugs. Let's talk about drugs. Now that we have the UFC shit out, that's just a little thing I thought of today. I thought it was really observation worthy of telling. And another observation, we're gonna go to drugs really soon. Another observation, there is a fighter who has both. Like, in my eyes, you gotta understand, this is the Solilocast, is all through my eyes, my thoughts, my craziness and all that. There's a fighter who combines both, not psychopath and and humble man, but a style that I really like, and I would really like to fight like that, and a personality and character I can only respect and love, which is the style bender, Israel Adesanya. Yo, Izzy is the patron saint of all lanky, nerdy. Oh, bro, he's a patron saint of so many people, bro. If you're African, if you like Naruto, if you like fighting, like, he's your guy, bro. Like, and he's good. He's not good at what he does. Obviously, he's good at what he does, but he's good-hearted. Let me say it like that. I feel like Izzy wouldn't fuck you over. Izzy wouldn't fuck you. Jones would fuck you over in a second, bro. Somebody might ask for Jones half a gram to punch you in the face. Like, I would do it for free. Bop. But I shouldn't go back to Jones, because I don't want him to find me and fucking rape my face. That'd be less funny. But Izzy is good, bro. I like him. This is way out there fantasy. Like, if I could meet him one day and just shake this nigga hand, like, let me shake your hand, that'd be a really good day for me. God damn, I forget to roll, because I get so excited to tell you shit. Drugs. Wonderful introduction. Or how do you call it? Whatever, you know what I mean. This is not my language. Shut up. I like drugs, but I don't like that I like drugs. I like to change my state of mind. My state of mind. I've been told that smart people like drugs better than dumb people. I don't believe that shit. I think everybody likes drugs. Of course, smart people will want to experiment more, maybe. But dumb people don't care that much, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how it is to be dumb, so it's difficult for me to say. It's just but yeah. The change of your awareness. Let's get real, bro. For real, like, let's get real. Let's get down to the business. Cause I sometimes, that's what I'm saying. I felt like I was trying a little bit, but I don't want to try. This is all a not try exercise for me. Okay, what is my genuine view on drugs? I feel like a lot of drugs are good. A lot of drugs, meaning weed, mushrooms, peyote and stuff like that, like natural stuff. With one exception, I say LSD. Even though it's not natural, I think it's pretty pure, chemically speaking, and of course, effect-wise speaking, doesn't really harm the body, unless the mind is a different thing. If you suffer with any sort of mental illness and you're just a little bit shaky on that ground, I wouldn't fuck around with LSD. I would, like, if you have to do any psychedelics, like a light mushroom trip on a summer afternoon, that, you know, that'd be smarter than just fucking taking 300 milligrams of LSD at night. It just wasn't the best idea on my part. It wasn't 300, it was a little bit less, but I like it. I like LSD. LSD is my second favorite drug next to weed. I haven't done that much weed, you know, just like every day a little bit. Come on, it's not that bad. Snoop Dogg is still alive, isn't he? By the way, I'm a skinny Snoop Dogg. Maybe I should stop smoking weed. Maybe I'll gain some fucking weight. But the other drugs, like, hold on, let me move the mic a little bit. The other drugs, I don't know. I don't fuck with that. Like, anything that is too chemical and too processed and all of that, like cocaine, heroin, methamphetamine, and all of that stuff. Like, bruh, what are you doing, bruh? What are you doing? Like, how high? I'm seriously, like, how high do you want to get? Like, yo, smoke a joint, drink a beer. What's wrong with you, bruh? Try to find a new moon or something. Calm down. Anyway, this is crazy. I really don't understand that part of people. But to each their own, I guess. To each their bones, right, John? Anyway, is there another drug that I like? Like I said, LSD. LSD is pretty dope. I've even talked about my trips on the channel, on the Solilocast, before it even was the Solilocast. I talked about trips, about one of my trips and what I learned from it. And pretty much, like, after a certain while, I know, at least it was for me, I did it and it was really fun, and it was the times that I did it. But after a certain while, I was like, I'm good, you know? Because it's not like you learn what you need to learn, but you see what you need to see. Because you go down, as at least me and my friends did it like that. We went into the realm of tripping to find answers, find solutions to our everyday troubles, to find answers to what it means to even be on this fucking earth and be alive and all that, you know? So we did it, and it brought us a lot. It brought us together too. Like, we made some observations, we discovered things and whatnot. The problem with tripping is that while you're tripping, it's very evident. It's so clear. While you're tripping, you think like, wow, why didn't I think of that before? It's so obvious. Once you're not tripping, you're like, what the fuck was I thinking, bro? Like, whoa, how did that make sense? Even if it still makes sense afterwards, like, after a while, it will just go. It would just go away. So the last time I did it, when was that? That was almost a year ago. Yeah, nah, that was not almost a year ago. Summer. It was like last summer, which is almost a year ago. Goddamn. And that one was one of my favorite trips to date. Because I didn't took it like I usually take it, like with the expectation of getting life-changing answers that will change your life forever, and then your life will be changed because change, right? It was more, I literally told myself, yo, I'm gonna take this. I had some fruits too, that was pretty nice. And I want to do what I love. I played some video games until it kicked in. I was playing like a fucking violent ass video game. You can fucking chop people off, and I thought maybe that's not a good idea. Maybe I get a bad trip out of that. I was fine. Then I played some piano. I went downstairs in my garage. I started boxing, started training. I started dancing and stuff like that. Just doing what I love and trying to get insight through that. And that made it 1,000 times better. Like, literally, the trip was fucking amazing, I have to say. It was one of the best trips I had. I was by myself. I've tripped a couple times by myself now. I used to be like really good. Like, I'm a good trip sitter in general, but I used to be able to handle trips myself just fucking fine. And I didn't realize why until way later. The reason why I was good at dealing with a tripped out state is because what I was doing while I was tripping is the same shit I do while I'm depressed. Like, there's certain thoughts that you gotta have to block out sometimes, and don't let them get to you. Don't let them hold power. Don't let them get anything out of that. That's technically what you need to do in LSD. Whenever there is like a sketchy thought, a weird, what's that? A little paranoia, I just kind of push that shit away, focus on something beautiful. Like, oh, look at the fucking flowers, or I like to dance, you know? That's how you change out of that. Reason I was so good at it because gee, that's what I do all day, bro. That's me. That's my level, right? That's my power. But then I had a bad trip. Not even off of LSD. I took MDMA. I was in a bad. I had a bad phase. That was not a good year. I'm gonna tell like this. And I was just being a fucking dumbass. Just looking to numb my pain. I was smoking weed. I was just taking everything that make me not feel myself. And I had a bad trip, like a really bad trip. And it helped me afterwards. Like, without that trip, I wouldn't be right here sitting right now with the job I have and the solutions like where I'm at. I wouldn't be here, right? But it gave me a little bit of fear because I never lost control of the trip before, and that's fucking crazy. But like I trip on like 280 milligrams at night in my own village. Like I'm just walking around, I'm listening podcasts and shit. Like I'm living a life, bro. I'm tripping balls, but I'm still me, you know. I'm under control. It's LSD, bro, you know. But fucking MDMA, I took that shit. It took me 20 minutes. I was feeling it, and after that I could feel it get stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. And then I started feeling, ooh, I don't like that. No, I don't want this anymore. No. And once you start going that route, you're fucking done. Then like all of the pain that I was running from and the whole fucking year, it found me really well. But I grew out of that. So what it left me though is with a little bit of respect for psychedelics, because like I said, I never had lost control like that before until that time. And it's funny when you don't know how something feels like, meaning like I didn't know how it feels like to not be in control of your thoughts and stuff like that. But now I know how it feels like, and now I am hesitant with other psychedelics, because it literally felt like I had like a mental breakdown. And God saved me with the grace. He just kind of slapped me on the forehead like, fuck's wrong with you, nigga? Stop taking drugs with random people, goddamn. But yeah. What did it bring me? It brought me a lot, bro. Like that trip, like I said, literally, I'm not exaggerating. I'm not being hyperbole. Like out of that trip, I started like building myself up again. I got a job after that. Then I found a studio. Like right at the same time, I found a studio to record my songs and all that, and blah, 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 blah. Well, now we're here. Corona happened after that, like, that's fucked up, bro. But now we're here. Started from the bottom. Now we're like somewhere around the middle part, but we're getting there. Don't worry about it. So yeah, you know, be careful with drugs, bro. Like, I wouldn't recommend anyone to take drugs, to be honest. Like, unless it's like maybe the way we did it, but with mushrooms. Like, take 2-3 friends of yours who you have like the same mindset and outview on life. Like you have understanding about the universe and all that. You want to get to know more behind the veil, the Maya, the illusion, all of that, and then do that. And I gotta tell you, like, especially with one friend, like, he's my best friend, not because of the tripping. Like, we were starting to become best friends already, so we really understood each other and whatnot. But after our trip experiences together, that really solidified ourselves. Like, yo, you're my brother. You're my brother and my sister and my uncle. Like, I don't when you're tripping, you think weird shit, but yeah. Be careful, like setting all of that. And if you're in pain and you're just looking to run away from the pain, nigga, are you fucking dumb? You think, like, psychedelics is not something you take to run away from pain, okay? That is something you take to take a fucking magnifying glass and look at your pain and look exactly at your sorrows, look exactly at who you are and why you are the way you are. So don't be taking dumb shit. But technically, bro, I wouldn't recommend drugs to anybody, because that's just me. I have an addictive personality. I get obsessed with things really easy. If they take my pain away, if they make me forget who I am for a couple of whatever, I'm gonna give, maybe a little bit more. So that's why I'm glad that I'm addicted to weed. No exaggeration psychologically, but still an addiction. But I'm glad I'm addicted to weed, because I think of myself, if I would be as addicted to weed, and I would be as addicted to anything else as I am addicted to weed, bro. My life would be over. It'd be ruined. I would love alcohol, because I like to drink, but I like sip. You know, I like to sip. I like to enjoy. That tastes good. What is that? Single malt scotch? I don't know. Ha 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 ha. You know, but like if I would like drinking as much as I like smoking, bro, I'd be oh my god, I'd be in big trouble. I'd be a bad alcoholic. I wouldn't do nothing, just drink, vomit. I'd be Bukowski 2.0. The Bukowski special means fucking, by the way. So don't do drugs, okay? Be nice and shit. And I think my audio is gonna be all over the place. Sometimes I turn away from the mic and then it sounds a little bit like this, and then I turn on the mic and then it sounds a little bit like this. Maybe I can fix that in the next one. So yeah, that was me. I hope I'm gonna be happy with this one. But hey, if I'm not, it is what it is. If you are not happy with it, it is what it is. If we're both not happy with it, it is what it is. But I do hope that you enjoy a little bit, at least a little bit about it. So yeah, I always and sincerely wish you good luck, fortune, health, all that good stuff. I want a bad bitch to suck your balls, or a ripped up, strapped up nigga to give you the D you deserve. Whatever it is that you need, I want you to have it. I want you to be happy. I want you to be loved. And yeah, that's me. My name's Rev. If you didn't know, well, now you do know. Peace. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Solilocast. A soliloquy is a self-imposed dialogue in which the performer ignores the audience. In this case, it is as he's speaking solely to himself. So, fuck off. Damn. I don't know if I like this one better. The other one, I didn't like that one. It was like, it's a little bit mixed. We're still gonna have to look. Welcome to this pre-Solilocast number 5, the last one of its kind before the real thing starts. Yesterday it was before yesterday. I didn't do one. I did the last one that I did. That was a good day. And I listened to it and I thought it was boring. It wasn't boring while I was recording it, but it wasn't as funny as me just fucking ranting and raving. And I don't know. Do I want to be like, this is the whole thing of the cast, is to not try anything, to not be anything. Like, whatever it is, that's what it's gonna be. That's just the way it is. So yesterday I felt like, not yesterday, I keep saying yesterday, the last cast rhymes, bars in this bitch. Anyway, the last cast was, it felt like I was in a good mood, like I had a good day. And then I don't know, I can't explain that. It was not like I was faking, but I was trying. I wanted to make it good. I even said I was a bit nervous and stuff like that, all of that. While when I didn't have a good day, I give a fuck. I just come in here and just fucking rant, call people ugly and shit, whatever. But yeah, so I'm kind of hesitant. Like, on one hand, I don't want it to just be like a sad me type of podcast, but I also don't want to be like, I don't want it to be like that. But then on the other hand, if that's how it came out, then that's how it came out, and that's how it's gonna be, right? So we'll see. So what are we doing today? Absolutely nothing. I'm just rolling one. This is gonna be a real quick, real short bite. Nom. Let's see what comes to mind. I've been thinking about MMA recently. Let's talk a little bit about MMA. First question: who's your favorite MMA fighter? Oh yeah, that one's good too. I'm sorry. I don't even know. I like talking in my own head. Like, this is a serious question though. Like, if anybody hears this, like, comment in the comment who's your favorite fighter. So I've been watching shorts on YouTube, and you know the algorithm will put up some whatever you're watching, of course, and just like that, I feel so boring right now. But at the same time, like, I don't want, like, it's not supposed to be entertaining. Like, that's the point. It's just, it is what it is. So at the moment, I'm trying to be okay with it being boring. So I'm trying to speak slow and steady and just say what comes to mind. And even if it's not as funny, because I just thought it was funny. Like, my last 2 casts, I thought that shit was funny, just because I'm mad, I'm pissed, and I'm just talking shit about everybody. And yeah, that's not the type of thing that I want to do. You just gotta know that some days that's how it's gonna be, and some days it's gonna be a little more quiet, maybe a little more positive, a little bit more on the go and whatnot. So yeah, let's just take it for what it is. honestly, when it comes to MMA, there's a bunch of great fighters, right? So, but I don't just look at a fighting style, or how many wins did he have, how many KOs and stuff like that. You have to look at it as a whole package, sorta. So, because the characteristic of somebody definitely affects how you fight and your fighting style, and what risk you might take, what risk you might not take, all that stuff. The reason why I talk about this, because I wanted to put two people in comparison, which I find very interesting, because there's one fighter, which is John Jones, John's the Bones. Nah, I don't fucking know. It's John Jones. It's John's Bones Jones. You know who John Jones is, okay? First of all, I don't trust people who has two first names. John Jones. If it would be John, that would be even worse. He's kind of like it because he got Jones and stuff like that. So I'm like, I'm having trouble trusting Tim Dillon, because that's two first name, bro. Why do you have two first name? The fuck? Anyway, John Jones seems like a legit sociopath to me. Have you ever seen this motherfucker talk? Like, look into his eyes. His eye, even if he's smiling, he has this his cold